All right, y'all. I have one package of this yellow rice. Y'all can use whatever you'd like. And we're just putting this on the bottom of our greased 9x13. We're taking a little bit of vegetable broth. I'm gonna put about a cup in here. I'm just eyeballing it, but y'all know how I like to measure. All right. And then we're gonna give this a little mix. And yes, we doing this a dry. We putting the dry rice in here. Look, I put a little more. So I just eyeball it. I want the liquid to cover the rice before I add the rest of my ingredients, all right? And I actually think that looks great. All right, next, y'all, we're doing 1 can of cream of chicken. I have the healthy request kind. I'm getting it all out. And then we also doing 1 can of cheddar cheese soup, all right? I really like this combo. Ooh, this soup jello, that's what I like to call it, soup jello. All right, and we're gonna give this a little mix again. Mixy, mixy, mixy. All right, don't have to be perfect, but we're just gonna try and incorporate all the rice with the 2 soups. And yeah, this is gonna be delicious, y'all. Easy, delicious, 1-pan meal. Everyone is gonna love it, I'm telling y'all, all right? So now what we gonna do here, okay, that's good, just like that. I have here about 2 cups of cooked and shredded chicken. So we're just gonna put this in here, all right? We're gonna layer it around, kind of just wherever it falls, just like so. All right, y'all, just like that. That looks great. That looks great so far. I'm so excited, y'all. Oh my goodness. We have some onion, some white onion. I'm gonna put that right on top. Onion, right on top. All right, and now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna add a little bit of parsley. Right on top here. Oh yeah, that looks great. Beautiful. A little bit of parsley. And then I like to put a vegetable in here. In this dish, I like using corn. And I'll just use the frozen corn, but y'all can use whatever you'd like, all right? So there's a lot of yellow in this dish. I should have thought about that first, but you know what? It's all right. It's gonna taste delicious. Y'all are gonna love this dish. All in 1 pan. What else could you ask for? All right, we're gonna put a little pepper on top. All right, you know, y'all, I can't figure out this pepper grinder. I feel like I bought this, but it's like a lot of work. Is there like a setting on here or something? Someone help me, all right? Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. All right. And then you know what? Just for fun, I wasn't gonna do this, but now I'm gonna do a little bit of spinach on top, just a little bit. You know what? Because I want some more vegetables. Springtime is coming. Springtime makes me want to eat healthier and eat vegetables and be outside in the sunshine. And that's it. All right, I made a mess. What else is new? All right, y'all. So all we're gonna do here, we have one more step, but we're gonna take a piece of foil and we're gonna cover this. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes, and I'm gonna check to make sure the rice is done, and then we have one more step. All right, y'all, so this was the chicken dish I had here with that yellow rice. So we're gonna take the foil off now. All right, that's looking real good. So I tested to make sure the rice was done. And y'all, I forgot how long, but I actually ended up cooking this for about 40 minutes, all right, for the rice to cook fully. So now what we're gonna do here, actually, we're gonna give it a little mix. Just mix everything together, all right? So remember, we have our cream of chicken soup, we have our cheddar cheese soup, we have our yellow rice, we had some frozen corn and some spinach, all right? This smells real good. So y'all, I saw a recipe for this somewhere that you make this in the crock pot, but I kind of just decided to make it my own. So yeah, this smells real good though. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so yeah, just a little mix, get everything incorporated, because all we're gonna do now, we have one more step, real easy though, all right? Get all that off. Now we're gonna take some extra sharp cheddar cheese. We're just gonna put a layer on top, all right? Nice layer. However much or little as you like. You can use a different kind of cheese. Or you know what else, y'all? You don't even have to use cheese. You can use whatever you want. But I think it tastes good. It's like a cheesy chicken rice casserole. It's gonna be so good. All right, y'all, and then we're gonna finish it with a little bit of parsley. A little bit, like so. All right, I'm gonna put this back in the oven probably for about 5 minutes until the cheese melts. 5 to 7 minutes, y'all. I'm so excited. Say hi, Kevin. Y'all, I have to tell y'all something. So I call Kevin Boopy. That's his nickname. My baby Boopy. Say hi. Mwah. All right. I know y'all like to see him, so, you know, I just want to say hi. And I know I'm going to have y'all wash your hands before you touch your food. Y'all, I ain't even touching the food. Yes, I touched my cat, and guess what? I'm using a spoon to scoop my food. So that's all. That's all I have to say about that. Love y'all, but, you know. All right. So we have our cheesy chicken rice casserole. We use cheddar cheese soup, cream of chicken soup, yellow rice, shredded chicken, corn, cheese, spinach. I think that's it. So let's have some. right, y'all, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this, delicious. Oh, it's still hot, man. I was hoping it would cool off by now. I'm gonna serve this in a bowl because I just feel like it. It smells so good, y'all. All right, you know what? So I guess I should have brought the cat over here now because I need a few minutes. I mean, not a few minutes, y'all. I'm gonna taste it, don't worry. But it's hot, it's still steaming. Even though it feels cool, like I put it outside to cool off a little bit, it's still hot in the middle. All right, y'all, here we go. Okay, it's all right, it's not that bad. Y'all, this is so good. Y'all have to try this. All right, y'all, we adding some shredded cooked chicken. Probably have like 1 to 2 large chicken breasts. We have 1 bag of frozen carrots right here. All right, and they still frozen. I gotta break these apart. To that, we're gonna add, we have 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Right on the end, you just blob that right on the end like so. All right, and then we also gonna add a little bit of, oops, I just dropped something. We're gonna add a little bit of sour cream. A little scoop like so. I just like using it in this dish. I feel like it just, I don't know, it just gives it that extra oomph. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of, let's see, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, good amount of black pepper. I like black pepper, all right? I love making this recipe. Y'all are gonna love this. All right, then we also gonna put a little bit of green onion right on in. All right, and then also to this mixture, we adding about a 1/2 to 1 cup of shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese. Now y'all can make this recipe without the cheese if you'd like, but I don't know, I like cheese sometimes, you know? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Usually I do, I'll say that, okay? Usually I like cheese. So we're just gonna give this a nice little mix, all right? And it can just be a rough mix. I'm gonna move this bowl to the side for a moment. Right here I have a muffin tin, all right? So this is one of the large ones. I greased it with some olive oil. I'm gonna open up these Grand's biscuits, all right? I don't know if y'all heard something fall on the floor. It was this can. I'm glad it didn't pop open. Then I would have had to stop the video. All right, got it open. All right, y'all, so this has 8 biscuits, or yeah, 8 biscuits. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put 1 in each hole. 1 like this in each hole, all right? And then we're gonna just smash it down. We're gonna smash these down so they kind of start coming up over the edges, just like so. All right, y'all, look at that. That looks so cute right now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take our chicken mixture from our bowl, and we're just gonna fill up these muffin cups. And you see I'm doing like a good, nice portion, okay? So we're just gonna fill these up. Look at that. It's gonna be so good. Y'all are gonna love this so much. Just filling these up. I'm gonna try and use all my mixture. And even if I don't, that's okay, because you can refrigerate this, and I still have 2 biscuits left, so I can make some later. We're just filling up these little cups. Like so. Look how good this looks, y'all. Isn't this cute? Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. Cute food is fun. You know who else is cute? Kevin. You know who else is cute? Frankie Foo-Foos. And Jeannie, my girl. Jeannie's my girl, y'all. I love that cat. I love all my cats. They're just great. But sometimes, I don't know if y'all have cats. You know what Kevin does lately? Y'all, he wakes me up at like 3 a.m. because he wants to make biscuits. Do you know when they do that like thing? Do y'all call it that? I call it making biscuits. But he likes to like do it on my head. And then he wants to cuddle, which is fine. It's real cute, but I don't know. And then like at 4 a.m. he starts meowing at the top of his lungs. All right, y'all. Story time's over. Let's put a little more green onion right on top. Just a few little pieces because it looks pretty. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Y'all are going to love these little mini chicken pot pies. Your family's going to love it. And that's that. Enjoy, y'all. I'll be back. Here we go. Hi, Jeannie. Look, y'all, I'm going to start showing y'all Jeannie more, too. She gets shy, though. She's nervous. Yeah, she's nervous. Right, baby? All right. All right, we're going to put you down now. Look, I was trying to pick her up, y'all, from the cat tree. And then she was like making some noises, so then her brothers came running out to check on her. It's so cute. All right, anyways, look at this, y'all. Look how good this looks. We made these little individual chicken pot pies, and we about to try one right now. Right now. Here we go. All right, y'all, we're gonna try and get this out. So I filled them a lot. Maybe I could have used a little less filling, but you know what? That's all right. Still gonna taste delicious. Let's get this baby out of here. Oh my goodness, here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, let's see if this will hold together. Look at that. This smells so good, y'all. These are perfect. It's such a cute little dinner. It's like little individual servings of chicken pot pie. I'm so excited, y'all. Here we go. Let's cut into this baby. All right, you know what? I didn't even get a knife. I'm just gonna use my hands. I'm gonna take a bite of everything. We got some of the biscuit. We got some of the carrot, the chicken. I'm excited, y'all. It's gonna be so good. All right, y'all, I have some leftover mashed potatoes. Oh, I didn't heat them up good enough, but we're just gonna, I don't know, a couple cups maybe? I'm not sure how much it is, but it was in a bowl. So I'm just gonna spread these out on the bottom of my 9x13 baking dish. I did grease this, all right? So we're just making a layer of mashed potatoes on the bottom, just like this. It's real fun, they smell good. And I just made my mashed potatoes with some whole milk, butter, and then I put some chives in it. That's how I like it. But these are leftover, so I'm gonna show y'all what to do. If y'all ever have some leftover mashed potatoes, real easy. All right, I have 1 cup of cooked ground beef. I cooked this ground beef with some diced onion and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to say that. Y'all know that, okay? If you know how to say it, let me know. We're just gonna put this on. Then I also seasoned it with some salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, onion, Worcestershire, and that's it. Ground beef, okay? Just like that. So we're gonna spread this out a little bit. Oh, well, okay. I think I was gonna do something else first, but guess what? We're just gonna roll with it. We gonna roll with it. All right. So now I also have here, y'all, some sauteed spinach, all right? So in my head, I was gonna do the spinach on top of the potatoes, but guess what? Sometimes life don't work, life don't go the way we plan it, so we just gotta roll with the punches, all right? That's what we're doing here. Some sauteed spinach. So I actually sauteed this spinach in the same pan that I cooked my ground beef. I drained out all the grease, so it has some flavor with the onion and the salt and pepper, all right? So here we go. Ground beef, mashed potatoes, and spinach. So now what we're gonna do, now this is just for a little flavor. We're gonna take a little bit of Parmesan, all right? A little bit. I don't like using a lot on this, but a little bit, just like that. I know, but that's not too much cheese, all right? So the real winner here is our extra sharp cheddar. Cheddar makes everything better. I've been into this ramen thing lately, y'all. I don't know, maybe I should become a poet. What do y'all think? Think I could do it? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All right, let's get this. Here's my... Okay, let's break this up. So we're just putting some cheese on top. Y'all know how I do. I don't really measure a lot, but you know, you can see how much. I put a layer of cheese, all right? So next on this dish here, I have some breadcrumbs, and these are just plain breadcrumbs. So guess what? We're gonna do a nice layer right on top. I'm probably gonna use about half of this container, but I'm not sure, maybe a little bit more. We're gonna see. Let's see how much I use. Yeah, we're gonna use a little bit more. I like a nice toasty top. Y'all can also use like Ritz crackers. I know that's real good too to make a nice crunchy topping, all right? So we're gonna do that. I have a little bit of melted butter here, so we're just gonna drizzle this right on top. Like so. Butter makes everything better, y'all. Just like my granny said. She's right. She knew everything. All right, what else are we gonna do here? A little parsley? A little parsley, just like that. This is a great leftover dish, y'all. Mashed potatoes, ground beef, spinach. You can use a different vegetable if you'd like. Some cheese, some breadcrumbs, green onion. Y'all know I love that. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, y'all. Are gonna love this delicious, easy dinner. All right, y'all, here we have this leftover mashed potato casserole. Look, those breadcrumbs turn nice and golden brown on top. So we layered our leftover mashed potatoes with some ground beef I cooked up, a little bit of sauteed spinach, some cheese, breadcrumbs, butter. I mean, how's this gonna be bad, right? Everything in here is delicious. Y'all, if you don't like spinach, you can use a different vegetable, or you can just leave it out. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get like a whole, okay, well, I was gonna show y'all, but then it was a little hard. I mean, maybe right here you can see the layers. Potatoes, spinach. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. All right, y'all. So I love making dishes that use leftovers because then you make them into like a new recipe, and I don't know, y'all. I mean, mashed potatoes are delicious. You know what? I never met a potato I didn't like. You know that, y'all? I never did. Potatoes in any form are delicious. Mashed potatoes, ground beef, cheese, spinach. I'm gonna burn my tongue. I'm gonna try not to. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take like half of this bite, okay? Because Maybe it'll cool off faster. Give me some of those potatoes. Come on now. All right, I'm having a hard time over here. Y'all, this is so good with the mashed potatoes on the bottom. Y'all, I definitely recommend trying this next time we have a lot of leftover mashed potatoes. Enjoy. All right, y'all, we have 1 package of frozen mixed vegetables. Y'all can use whatever kind you'd like. They're still frozen, all right? Next here, we have 2 to 3 cups of cooked shredded chicken. Y'all, I cook this in my crock pot the same way I always cook my chicken breast that I use for recipes throughout the week, all right? Next, y'all, we have here a can of potatoes. I don't use these all the time, but sometimes I do because I just do. And that life be hard sometimes, so I gotta do what I gotta do, whatever works best. All right, now we're gonna do a little seasoning. We have some paprika on top. Have a little garlic powder. We have some minced onion. All right, and then now we're doing some fresh ground pepper. Ground pepper, ground pepper, ground pepper, 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 pepper. It's so fun, y'all. All right, I think that's it, right? That's all the seasoning I want to use. All right, now, y'all, we're going to take 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. We're going to blob it right in there. 2 cans. All right, like so. 1 and 2. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. All right, now we also have some chicken broth. I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. I don't know, maybe like 1/3 or 1/4 of this container. All right. Now, y'all, we got to give this a little mix, a little mixy, like so. So I love making this dish, y'all. It's really customizable. Y'all can use whatever you'd like. It's kind of like one of those easy dishes to make when you have some leftover chicken. You can even use ground beef, but kind of just like throw some stuff together and you have yourself a delicious casserole. Y'all are gonna see the topping I put on here. It's gonna be so good, but first we gotta mix. Y'all gotta wait like a few more seconds to watch me mixy before we put the topping on. All right, y'all, this is looking good so far. Do y'all ever use these canned potatoes? I know I know a lot of y'all are gonna give me a hard time about using this, but you know what? I do the best I can, and sometimes canned potatoes is the best I can do. You know what? And it's better than nothing. And that's that. All right. So once you have everything mixed, incorporated nicely, that looks great. That looks perfect, just like that, y'all. All right, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do here. Y'all are gonna love this topping. I don't know if y'all have ever had these cheddar bay biscuits, but they are real good. So I actually cooked them, all right? So just follow the directions on the box. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take this and we're just gonna crumble it up right on top of our casserole here, all right? So yes, you wanna cook them first. And we crumbling them right on top. Y'all are gonna love this. It tastes so good. All right, so this dish basically it has a little bit of cheese, right? Because the directions on the biscuit say to add, it's about a 1/2 cup of cheese. But besides that, there's no cheese in here. Cheese would be good in here, and sometimes I add cheese, but today I'm not. And you know what I'm using? I'm using all the biscuits because this topping is delicious. So we're just crumbling it all up like so. And this is super fast, y'all. It cooks real fast too. All right, so just like that. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of green onion right on top. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, and then we have one more simple step. Y'all are gonna love this dinner. All right, y'all, so this is in the oven for about 15 minutes. It's real hot. So now all we're gonna do here, I took that garlic seed packet mix that comes in the biscuits, and I mixed it with 1/2 stick of butter. So we're just gonna pour this right on top. Right on top like so. And then we're putting this back in the oven for 10 minutes. Y'all are gonna love this, and then we're gonna taste it when it comes out, y'all. I'm so excited. All right, y'all, look at this. I took this out of the oven a little while ago. It's still hot, but we're gonna try it. It looks so good. Look, y'all, my face is all red. It's hot in my kitchen. I have my air conditioning on. It's crazy. My shirt's a mess. That's all right. Life goes on. Life goes on. All right, so time to eat. Let's scoop some of this out. So remember, we had our veggies here, our frozen veggies. We used some canned potato, some chicken, cream of mushroom soup. And then we put that the biscuits on top. We cooked that box of biscuits and then put it right on top. So if y'all want, right before you serve it, you can put a little more green onion on top. Then we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, y'all. Do y'all ever use canned potatoes? I do sometimes, you know? Sometimes. I know I already asked y'all this, but whatever. All right, we're just gonna try it now. It's gonna be hot but delicious, y'all. I'm so excited. Y'all, using these biscuits as a topping, so good. Y'all should try it. All right, y'all, we have about a pound or so of ground beef, maybe a pound and a half. I have a diced up orange bell pepper. All right, let me get this all out. Orange bell pepper, all right. Now we also have one diced up onion. That's about one, I don't know. It was 2, and then I used some. Let's see, that looks great. Okay, like so. That's good, perfect. It's all over my hand. It's making me cry. Onion's making me cry, I'm so sad. All right, we taking 1 bag of these French fried onions. I guess I can make these myself, but I don't know, I'm gonna put those right there. This looks so pretty so far. I don't even wanna do anything else because it looks so pretty. Look at that, y'all. Man, I love food art. It makes me happy. All right, y'all. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take, I have some mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna take about 1 cup of mozzarella, and we're just gonna put it right here on top of our ground beef. That's about a cup, right? Yeah, we're gonna put the rest. Okay, it was pretty, now it ain't. That's fine. Such is life. All right, now y'all, what we have is ketchup. We put in about 1 cup of ketchup. 1 cup. Perfect. I think that's right, but I might be wrong. Now we're taking some Wash Your Sister sauce, and we're putting that right on too. A couple tablespoons, all right? Where's your sauce? One of y'all taught me to say Wash Your Sister sauce. Garlic powder, I like that. A little bit of minced onion. And pepper. Ground pepper. All right, we need one more thing actually, and I forgot to get a spoon, so I'm just gonna stick my hand in here. About a tablespoon of brown sugar or so, about. Let's see, that's good. Oh, why is this chunk? All right. Now it's all over my hand, but that's okay. I make a mess, that's what I do. All right, so now y'all, we're gonna mix this all together. All right, we're gonna mix everything together. We're making a delicious casserole. This is gonna be so good. Y'all are gonna love this. I wanna use my hands. I feel like it'll just be easier, but it's okay. We're just gonna stick with what we're doing. I wonder if actually if I use some of these things, it'll be easier to mix. Sometimes I feel like it is, but I could also be wrong. It's a big old mess. Messy, messy. All right, y'all. I wonder what Kevin's doing right now. I should go find him. I bet he wants a treat. I bet he wants to say hi to y'all. Y'all love Kevin. Gotta find him. Okay. Anyways, all right, so once this is mixed, y'all, this is kind of like a sloppy Joe casserole. Did y'all grow up eating sloppy joes? I did. I called my mama and asked her for her recipe, but she didn't call me back, so I'm making this one. All right, there we go. Mixed it, it's mixed real good. We have one more step here, y'all. Tater tots, all right? So, as much as I don't want to do this, because it's time consuming, y'all, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna line these up, just because it looks pretty, okay? So y'all, let's see, I'm gonna think of a story. We're gonna have a story time. Bridget's over here like, my arm hurts, can you hurry up? And I'm like, here I go. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Okay, when I was a little girl, I used to, my daddy used to like record us. Remember in the olden days when there used to be like, what are those things called? Videotapes, what, camcorders or something? Is that what it's called? No, what's it called? VHS thing? Yeah, that's my friend Anthony. So my daddy used to record us on VHS, and I used to put my nightgown on and sit in a little chair and sing songs. And my favorite song was Mary Had a Little Lamb. And if my daddy ever took the camera off me, I used to get real mad. I used to say, Daddy, point the camera at me. And then I would go back to crossing my legs in my little yellow chair and singing my favorite song, like Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's it. My cousin that used to babysit me told me that I was a brat. I don't know. I think she's lying, because I bet I was a good girl. I don't know. I guess I should ask my mommy and daddy, but I don't know. I'm their favorite. I already know. Anyways, okay, Bridgie, I'm almost done. I feel like, y'all, this recipe just looks better when the tater tots are all lined up. I mean, I feel like I'm getting tired of doing this right now too, but we almost there. We on the home stretch. Why is this one frozen together? Okay, I'm trying to think of another story, but I'm running out of thoughts. Okay, I hope we have enough here. Shoot, we're almost there. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish the last 2 layers. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and then we have one more little step. All right, y'all, this is the tater tot sloppy joe casserole. So once the tots turn a little golden brown, all we're gonna do here is put a little more cheese right on top, all right? Just a little bit, we don't need too much, but I like when the cheese gets a little crusty with the tots, all right? We're gonna put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes or so, and y'all are gonna love this easy, yummy dinner. All right, y'all, here we have our tater tot sloppy joe casserole. I'm so excited, y'all. I love tater tots. I never met a potato I didn't like. So time to serve this. I'm gonna get my little dish right here. And I want some of this crusty cheese. So let's get a layer of this and see. We have our ground beef, our onion, our bell pepper, tater tots, cheese, and some other stuff. Ketchup, brown sugar, I don't know. So I'm gonna put this right here in our cute little cat-shaped dish. That's like a perfect little serving plate. Isn't that? Look how cute this is, y'all. Kevin and Frankie Foofus are so nice that they like to share their dishes with me. All right, y'all, here we go. It's gonna be real hot, so we're just gonna take a little bite, get a little bit of that tot. I'm doing a real little bite, y'all, because look how hot it is. Here we go. All right, y'all, I have one package of cooked spaghetti. So I prepped this last night, you know, so it was in my fridge, but it's cooked and I put a little olive oil on it. So we're just gonna spread this out, all right? This is a quick, easy dinner, budget friendly as well. All right, y'all, so now what we have here, I have some hot dogs. Hot dogs, Hebrew National. I don't think I've ever tried these, so I wanted to try them. I know some of y'all said the ones at Sam's Club are real good, but I'm using these, all right? Y'all gonna love this quick, easy dinner. Everybody loves it. And you know what? It's easy on your wallet, and sometimes we need that. So what I like to do here, y'all know how I feel about my handy kitchen scissors. I'm gonna cut these hot dogs up. Yes, I could have done this before, but guess what? I didn't, so I'm doing it now. So y'all gotta listen to me talk. Just kidding, y'all. Okay, y'all, this is what I wanna say right now. So yesterday, I was shopping at my local Walmart, and I ran into someone real nice. His name was Eddie. And he stopped me to tell me he watches my cooking show and he likes my cooking. So Eddie, I just wanted to say hello, and it was so nice to meet you, and tell your wife I said hi, and you made my day. All right, y'all? If y'all ever see me out in public, come say hi. I love talking, I love meeting people. I'm sad I didn't have Frankie Foofers or Kevin with me, but you know, they like to stay home. Sometimes you just gotta do it the easy way, y'all. You know what? Life be busy. Sometimes food be real expensive, so when I find these hot dogs on sale, it's just a quick, easy dinner, and it tastes good, y'all. Don't knock it till you try it. I already know some of y'all police out there gonna be like, that's gross, I don't like that. And I'm gonna be like, you know what, you should try it, because you would love it, because it's delicious. All right, we all done here. All right, so we got 2 packages of hot dogs, 1 package of spaghetti, all right? And guess what, that's perfect, just like that. Next here, we're gonna take 1 jar of any kind of pasta sauce you like, all right? Any kind. So I'm just gonna pour this right on top of my hot dogs, my Franks, my wieners. What are all the, y'all, let's play a game. Let's think of all the names of hot dogs, all right? Hot dogs, Franks, wiener, Frankfurter. I'm gonna also take 1 can of tomato sauce, just because I like it a little extra liquid, so just right on top here. What are some other names of hot dogs, y'all? There's a lot of different names, I wanna know. All right, that's perfect, y'all, just like that. Okay. Next, we're just gonna do a little seasoning, garlic powder. So again, if y'all wanna use like fresh garlic and stuff, you can, but the intention of this meal is to be quick, easy, and cheap, all right? A little bit of basil as well. So we already have the marinara sauce, and I just put that extra tomato sauce on top, so we're just gonna add a little something, something. Okay, so last step here, y'all. We're gonna do some cheese. So we have some Parmesan. I have this left over in my fridge, so we're just gonna sprinkle this on top. I'm gonna use the rest of this. It's probably about half a bag, maybe something like that. I love Parmesan. And then I'm also gonna do a little layer of mozzarella. All right, y'all, so let me get this out. And this cheese I shredded myself. I used my own 2 hands and my food processor. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, see, y'all can tell when I shred it myself because there's some weird chunks, but it's all right. All going to the same place, y'all. Y'all know that. All right. So that looks good. I think once you have a nice layer of cheese, if y'all want to add more, you can. A little bit of parsley to finish this dish. And we're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. All right, y'all? I'm so excited for y'all to try this delicious, easy dinner. All right, y'all, here we have our delicious dinner, spaghetti and hot dogs. We used 1 package of spaghetti, 2 packages of hot dogs, some pasta sauce. Yeah, pretty cheap meal to make, and it'll feed a lot of people. This is heavy, y'all. This is probably like 5 pounds at least. So Guess what? Time to eat some. I'm just gonna cut around. I took this out of the oven a little while ago. So let's see, I'm gonna try and get this out. All right, we got our hot dogs, our spaghetti, we got some mozzarella cheese. Give me some more of these hot dogs. It's like using meatballs, but instead of meatballs, you got little hot dogs. I mean, how could this be bad, y'all, really? All right, and there's so much food here. Like, look at that scoop I took. That's plenty for me. You can get like, I don't know, 12 servings out of this. It's great. So guess what? Time to eat some. So let me get some cheese, some spaghetti, some hot dogs. I used Hebrew National hot dogs. I feel like I've asked y'all lately what your favorite hot dogs is. I feel like a lot of y'all say like Sam's Club has good hot dogs, but I don't know. All right, I'm just babbling. Have y'all ever been to Portillo's? It's a Chicago thing. I've been there once. It was real good. All right, here we go. No, okay. So it seems like a weird combo, but it's actually really good, y'all. Y'all have to try this. All right, y'all, we have a smoked turkey sausage right there in the bottom of 9x13 with a little olive oil, all right? So now we're putting some vegetables, good amount of vegetables. Green pepper, and then also have some red pepper, y'all. Red pepper, all right? This is gonna be so delicious, and it looks pretty, all right? Pretty food makes me happy. So do cats, and that's it. All right, I feel like we should just use the rest of this because I'm not using it for anything else. So we have a delicious, easy, somewhat healthy dinner. All right. All right, now y'all, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put some white onion in, and we're gonna put this in the center of the hole. We're gonna put it in the center, just like that, all right? This is so fun. All right, look how pretty that is. All right, y'all, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this sausage for a minute. I changed my mind. We're still gonna keep the sausage, but I'm just moving it to the side because I just realized the next step I wanna do ain't gonna make sense. I have 1.5 cups of long grain white rice. We're pouring it in, okay? It's not cooked, that is correct. We're putting in 1 can of Rotel, original, all right? And then y'all, we have 3 cups of chicken broth. 3 cups, right on in. Hopefully, okay, yeah, we good. I was like, it's gonna overflow. All right, y'all, now to season it. We're using some Slap Ya Mama. I love this stuff. We're putting this right on top. Good amount, all right? Good amount, and then we also using a little garlic powder, because why not? All right, so now, y'all, what we're gonna do here is give this a little mixy-mixy. Incorporate the rice with the vegetables. If y'all want to mix up the vegetables, you can, but this is what I like to do. It's going to be delicious. Easy, delicious. Somewhat healthy. Pretty healthy. I mean, I guess the sausage ain't the healthiest, but got a lot of veggies in here and some rice, so I think it's going to be great. All right, that's it. Now, y'all, we're taking our sausage and we're putting it back. All right? Putting it back, right on in. And yes, I'm using my hands. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. If y'all want to cut it up first, you can, but I like to cut it up later because that's how I like to do things, and I'm going to do what makes me happy. All right, little green onion right on top because why not? It's my favorite thing ever. And y'all, I'm going to cover this with foil. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes or until our rice is done. Y'all are going to love this easy dinner. All right, y'all, so here we have our smoked turkey sausage and rice with veggies. Y'all, I'm so excited. So this is cooked for, I actually had to, I forgot how long I told you I was going to cook this for, but it was like hour and 20 minutes or something, all right? So we have our sausage and our veggies. So what I'm gonna do here, I should have got a different colored plate, but that's okay. I'm gonna put some of the rice and veggies right on our plate, and then I'm gonna cut a piece of this sausage, all right? This much, that's mine, right there. All right, y'all, a little more. There we go. So now I'm gonna move this to the side. It's still real hot, and if y'all wanna cut up the sausage before you cook it, you can, but you know what, I just didn't, and that's it. That's it. So we have our turkey sausage. Yes, I'm using this big giant knife. And we have some rice. All right, y'all, here we go. This is fairly healthy. Just rice, veggies, and the sausage. So here we go, y'all. This is gonna be so hot. I'm gonna burn my tongue. Oh, here we go.